Dee 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 dee. Keto living is the life for me. Coffee, cooking, and recipes. Spending my days with my doggies. So be a sport. Set your alarm for Wednesdays for the Warden's Report. Welcome to the Warden Report. You're probably like, Shelly, you look, try not to get on there. You look like you're cold because look at the blanket, and comment below if you remember what this blanket is from and who it's for. But anyways, so yeah, today I'm enjoying a cup of coffee. This is my work mug. I need more work mugs and stuff. Or I like, okay, this, and I know I've said it before, but I like this because it's got a screw-on lid, and those are so hard to find. Why is it hard? And look, my hair's a mess. I need to wash it tonight. I try to push it off as long as possible so the color stays longer. But yeah, look at that. It's so stringy. Isn't it funny? Like when I first wash it, it feels so light and flowy. I feel like a goddess because it's like, oh. And then like when it's time to wash, it's like, I feel like I've been like in The Walking Dead, surviving an apocalypse, and we're 3 or 4 months in. Uh, so, anyways, yes, I want to tell you this coffee that's in here. You can't see the coffee in here, but the wonderful Laura, y'all see her in our lives a lot, and she comments on the videos, and she's also very active in our Facebook group. So you're like, what? If you're new here, Facebook group? Yes, we have a Facebook group. It's called the HungryHorde Headquarters. So go join, and we have a link below as well. And we'd love to see you there. But Laura's very active in there, always sharing what she's eating. So it's a great group. I love our group because everybody is so supportive. 2, we try to keep it light. So sometimes people post like, little jokes or memes. And then also sharing what they eat, which is awesome. And then I love it when y'all do our recipes and then share a photo. That is amazing. And please really help us out. Like if someone's like, oh, what is this from? Or, how, what's the recipe? Please, please, please share our actual link to the recipe, because then that helps us get another view, and the sharing of the video really helps with the algorithm as well. So I just really appreciate it. That helps us so much. So I love it when I see y'all, make one of our recipes, and then you're like, here's the link to where you can see the recipe. And so that really does help y'all. So yeah, this coffee. So shout out again, Laura. Look, I am so long-winded, but Laura actually a few months ago gave me a Starbucks peppermint mocha. She gave me lots of wonderful gifts, y'all. Thank you again, Laura. And I'm finally getting it, right? So Heath makes my coffee every day, and so he'll just grab, like I have a basket full of coffee bags, and he'll just grab one, and then that's when I'm having until that coffee runs out, right? We don't switch between different ones. We just take a bag, and that's what it is. But anyway, so he just now got to this peppermint mocha. I kind of was hoping it would be in December, but anyways, it is what it is. I'm going to tell y'all, and I know there's Starbucks haters, but like he didn't even have to tell me what he made when I went to, as he makes my coffee and my Chemex, and thank you, Renee gave me the Chemex, and when I poured out, right, to heat it up, because it is, oh, it's 10:45. Oof. But anyways, when I poured it out, I could smell the peppermint, and not like a like a very pleasant, like minty, pepperminty smell. I was like, ooh, that smells so good. I ain't tasted it yet, y'all. And then I made my coffee. All I put in it is some butter, MCT oil, and then of course heavy cream, because I don't have my heavy cream. But anyways, that's it. I don't add any sweetener. I don't add, any syrup. Sometimes I do, but I don't have any more. And I'm like, is that really what I would spend money on? Because they're like $10 a bottle. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm good without it. I treat my Dutch coffees as like my treat coffees, because then I do get the sugar-free syrups. I'm sorry, I even cleaned my contact and it still feels like there's something in there. But anyways, this is so good. Thank you, Laura. Like, I'm usually not one to always, like, if I see pumpkin spice, I will buy it. I love peppermint, especially peppermint around December and January. I love those flavors, like a peppermint mocha. Oh, so good. This is really freaking good, y'all. I'm going to have to be on the lookout for this next year, because it smells good and the taste is smooth. I know some people say Starbucks tastes burnt, and I think this is their medium roast. I forget what was used with peppermint mocha. I don't taste that with this one. Tastes very good. Now, it could be, we did the Chemex, and maybe because it's a flavored coffee, it doesn't have that burnt. I've never had, like, they're just regular. I'm not a huge fan of, like, Colombia coffee or Ethiopian coffee, just plain coffee, I guess you would say. I do kind of like the flavored beans. That's why I love Bones, because theirs are all flavored. So I do kind of like that a little bit better. So maybe that's why. Maybe the flavoring offsets that burnt flavor, but it's really good. I'm really surprised. I mean, I knew I would like it because I've gotten their pumpkin spice and I really enjoyed that. The Dunkin', sorry for y'all that are Dunkin' lovers. I just can't do Dunkin'. Something about Dunkin'. So I get it. When y'all are hating on Starbucks, that's fine. There's probably just something in it that just your taste buds go, ugh. And it's the same thing for me with Dunkin'. So I totally get it. No, you know what? You love what you love. I love what I love. We all love what we love. And there's no hate or shame either way, right? So anyways, it's really good. I'm just really excited about it, y'all. So it is another week. It's officially been a week since my birthday. But we celebrate all month long, all year long. But yeah, everything is going so well, y'all, so far this year. Excuse me. I have to say, so I'm going to share a little bit here. If you've been around Heath, he loves to say, okay, I've got good news and I've got bad news. What do you want first? Or he'll just say bad news. So this morning, I wake up and he's like, are you awake? Yes. And he's like, bad news, ... I'm like, okay, this is when he starts bad news, ... I'm just like, okay. And I immediately expect, okay, the house is on fire, obviously. And sorry to those in California. It's probably a little insensitive, so I apologize for that. But my mind goes to the absolute worst. So he is like, this is what it was, y'all. We have, because really cold weather is hitting Houston starting, I think, Sunday evening or Monday sometime. And it's going to be below freezing for a few days, at least not the whole time. Like, it'll get up to the 40s during the day, but a good half is going to be below freezing. So, it's just go time. So we have faucet covers because we have two outside faucets. The one in the front is just a regular spigot, and the one in our backyard is where it juts out of the house and then has a pole that goes down, so the regular styrofoams won't fit because of the pole. So what we did, we got the regular styrofoam cover, and he put that on the front spigot. I was like, oh cool, thanks. Well, for the back one, what I got last year is it's kind of like a thermal blanket. It has snaps on it and everything, so you get it, as tight as you can, but, because it's got a spigot or a pole pipe coming out of the ground and then one going into the house. It's like that kind of L shape, I guess, backward L. It's like that. They don't make the styrofoam ones, so we had to get like this little blanket, and it's pretty good. It helped last year. So anyways, the bad news was he couldn't find the blanket because, after, I think it was March, April, he took it off and he was like, okay. And we both remember him saying he was putting it in we call it our shed. Off of our deck, we have like a little room that you keep odds and ends in. We both remember that. It was not there. That was the bad news. He couldn't find it. And I'm like, okay. Well, I'm just waking up, So I'm like, okay. And I'm thinking through my head, I'm like, well, I really thought he said he put it in the shed this whole time. And you know how men are. It could be right in front of their face and they ain't going to see it. So I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'll go out there and look in the shed and I'll probably put my hand right on it. Well, anyways, he comes back in as I'm getting ready, and he's like, oh, found it. And I was like, oh, where'd you find it? He's like, it was in we have a hall closet. It's kind of like our utility closet. Like we keep extra toilet paper, paper towels, tissue boxes, light bulbs, all like the house essentials. We just keep in this one closet. And he was like, yeah, I put it in there. And I was like, I don't remember you putting it there. He's like, I don't either, but that's where it was. So yes, it is there. And he already put it on that outside fixture, so that's great. My lunch today, it's actually leftover tom yum soup, but it was mostly broth, so I added, of course, my avocado. It's some sour cream. That's the white in there, you see. So, not traditional tom yum today, but this is all that was left, y'all. So, just trying to bulk it up a little bit. Now, we'll be doing this recipe, or we did by the time you see this, on the Friday night feast. Y'all, I got another birthday gift, and I got another one. Actually, I guess I've gotten two today. So first out, shout out to Joanna. She sent me a buy me a coffee. So thank you so much. Can't wait to cash that in. Get me a nice cup of hot coffee. That's my favorite. And I also got, does anybody else have this? Let me zoom in on that for you. Uncle John's Endlessly Engrossing Bathroom Reader. My work sister sent this to me. I know she's been telling me about it, that she got it, whenever last year, and she just loves it. And it's short little stories you can read while you're on the toilet. Anybody else have that? So this will be fun. I'm going to put it in the master bath so he can also take a gander, because men on the toilet. So this is awesome. Thank you so much, both of you. Thank you so much. And everyone that thought of me, whether it was just sending me a happy birthday on Facebook or sending me a gift. Thank you so much for thinking of me on my birthday. It really means a lot. All right, y'all, it is dinner time. Guess what? We got some blueberry balls. And that's that Ketochow recipe, and I can link tip below if you want. I love this recipe. It's so good. So I used the Ketochow blueberry, some sausage and cheese. And on the side here, I made a blackberry chipotle maple sauce to dip it all in. It is so good, y'all. Perfect dinner for us. And my lunch today, I've got more cottage cheese, bacon, tomatoes, olives, and I put some of that grainy mustard on top. And then, of course, I've got my avocado. So here I am with my urethral hair. Sorry, y'all. A skin was trying to call me. I like that now, we know if it's skin or not. Oh, guess who's awake? So, yes, this is I just showed you my lunch for today. And then tonight is the Friday night feast. And I thought it was appropriate since it is going to be cold. Next week, we are making soup. Let me know if anybody else decided to make that tom yum soup. I'd love to know. So yeah, everything, it's a Friday. I feel like we're busy. We're down a person, but we're like caught up, but yet busy, if that makes sense. So, and then tomorrow, I'm going to do the grocery shopping and get home, and I think we have everything, basically set up for the cold weather. Ugh, ugh. It's always scary when they predict snow in Houston. Because if you're not from around here, I know we have a lot of people in the north, specifically northwest and northeast, and y'all are like, snow? Like, we get snow all the time. But in Houston, like, I know parts of Texas, especially the north, get snow, so it's not as uncommon. But down here, it's like it'll get cold, but we typically don't get snow. Sometimes we will get some ice, but they're predicting snow, which is scary. So we shall see. And if you know anything about the electrical system in Texas, literally the worst. But anyways, they swear because of all the kerfunkles from the last actually 4 years. So in 2021 is when we had really bad weather and actually had blankets of snow, which is like maybe the second time I've seen it in my life, and probably the first to that, like that much snow. But anyways, there was power down, all kinds of like issues. And every time we have a hurricane, issues, right? And people, I think, are fed up. And with the last hurricane, Beryl, a lot came out where Centerpoint, which is the main electrical company, and actually was a client of mine a long time ago, and I always liked them until this. And basically, it came out that yeah, they weren't doing a lot of stuff they were supposed to be doing that would prevent this stuff, because companies, and I don't particularly like this with utilities, their main goal is to make a profit and not necessarily provide a service, which, in my opinion, water, electricity is a service. And so they cut cost by not trimming trees and not doing a lot of stuff that should have been done to prevent the huge power outages we have had. And so with the hurricane, a lot of it came out where they were like, yeah, they haven't trimmed trees in like 3 years. And they're supposed to do it like, I don't know, twice a year, once a year, something. But they like neglected doing that. A lot of neglect. Supposedly there was a lawsuit against them and all. I don't know all the details of that, but Centerpoint and then the main electrical grid of Texas is called ERCOT.
Playing from office.
And they both released statements, and Centerpoint put, a line item. This is what we have done since the Hurricane Beryl. This is all the stuff we have done to hopefully prevent power outages, and what we have in place that if those occur, the steps we're going to take to quickly get power back. And that's one of the things you don't realize in modern life, but with extreme colds and extreme heats that we could sometimes get here when there's no power, people literally died during those. So to me, when it's something that was negligence and they then, basically they roll the dice, well, we'll just see, right? So that is scary to me. So they put line items of what all they've done and steps in place, which I was like, well, that's pretty nice, because usually they're just like, well, brace for it. And then ERCOT also put down all the stuff that they've done to supposedly prevent mass power outages. So let's see. Next week, I'll tune in and let you know if they were correct. The other thing that I think is a good thing is this will be the first winter since I got the insulation. So last March, if you're new here, last March, I got like the best insulation I could. They blew it in. It was like way up more than like the minimum. Like I was like, no, if I'm going to go, I'm going to go. Like give me the best, the most insulation possible. So they did that last March. Definitely could tell on electrical bills. So we shall see how that helps with now this cold weather coming in. Hopefully all of the pipes in the attic are so well insulated that they'll be fine. So yeah, we've, I already talked about a couple things we've done, and I'm just bracing for what we can do and hoping for the best, y'all. All right, it's time for the grocery haul this week, y'all. So the stores were a mess. Actually, Aldi wasn't too bad. I actually must have timed it just right, because as I was leaving, they had 2 aisles open and had like, I don't know, 5 or 6 people at each of the checkouts. So I got there just in time. But the HEB, and I got there first, it was so freaking crazy, y'all. There were so many people, and tons of if you have it at your store, the curbside pickup people working. And so you had to dodge all those carts, and then there's a lot of people, I think it was their first time ever going to the grocery store, because they didn't quite understand how to move their cart or how to grocery shop. I was so irritated, y'all. People who push their cart and walk beside the cart as they're pushing it, and then string out, and then when they decide they're looking on an aisle, they turn their cart like sideways, so they're blocking the whole aisle. Like, I'm just like, really? And then, or people who are like, oh, I'm going to park my cart on this side of the aisle, but I'm going to stand on this side in front of it so nobody can get by. Either way. I was so irritated. So anyways, let me get into it. Enough of me venting about people. So what I've got here at Aldi: sweet potatoes. Heath has a recipe he wants to use them for. And then I got, of course, our avocados, the petite ones. It's a 6-pack, and I got 2 of those. These diced tomatoes were on sale for 88 cents a can, y'all. So I went ahead and got 4 cans of the diced tomatoes. And you see, it's just tomatoes. Because you never know, and since they're pantry, you just never know when you can add that to a great dish. And then also what Heath wanted was serrano peppers, jalapenos, and poblanos for something he will be recording tomorrow.
Yeah.
And putting out a recipe video sometime in February.
Yeah.
What?
The pearl onions.
Oh, don't worry, I haven't gotten there yet. I also got another can of this salsa. I mean, for $2.45, that's a really good deal for salsa. So if you are a salsa fan, look at the Aldi salsa. And then, since this mustard is still on sale for $2.45 or $2.24, I went ahead and got another one because it's really freaking good. Tomatoes, Parmesan cheese, which we're going to need for this Friday night feast. And I'm going to try to make some more tomorrow morning as well. and fresh blueberries were on sale. And then Heath also wanted some sliced cheese. And then also heavy cream, which I'm going to need for my coffee and for tomorrow and the Friday night feast. So Parmesan cheese and heavy cream. If you know, you know. Comment below. Then I thought this was the best deal, y'all. This salami nuggets was normally $6.19. And they were on sale for $2.19. So that was an amazing deal. And look, it says good until June of 25. So there we go. I mean, it's not the cleanest of clean, but I thought this was, you do have to refrigerate. It says after opening. So they were in the refrigerated section, but these are just good to have on hand. So I got 2 of those. And that's what I got from Aldi. Okay, and finally I went to HEB. So I did not go to Kroger. So if you are a regular, I think it's the first time I have skipped Kroger in forever. But I did not see any better deals at Kroger versus what I could get at HEB. So I was like, you know what? Save me a stop. So what we got going on, we've got the HEB hot and spicy sausage. So that's also going to be for Friday night and one for tomorrow. And then I've got pearl onions, which again is something Heath is doing for a recipe. And then look, gorgeous pork belly. And what was nice is I went to the butcher. I picked out the cheapest one I could get. And I took it to the butcher and I said, hey, can you cube it for me? So that's what he did. And I think we just discussed we're going to cook it tomorrow. Kind of like a oven baked. Kind of like burn-ins?
Yeah. She was originally wanted me to smoke it. I said it's too cold. I said if we use the oven in the house, it'll heat the house up too. At least the kitchen, anyways. In fact, we can even put it on right before we go live. And then we'll heat it up and we can feel it while we're sitting here on the live.
Okay. And then HEB had the ground beef on sale for $2.97 a pound and in the 3-pound chub. So I got one of those. And then I also got more heavy cream. So y'all.
Feeling creamy.
Right, because I'm going to be needing this tomorrow and Friday night. So I want to make sure I have plenty. And then also, he wants this for his recipe tomorrow. So let me know if y'all have ever had this. I know used to Costco sold a big jar of this. So we used to get it all the time. But there's the ingredient, y'all. Very clean and very delicious. So, and it's a medium heat. I think it's really good. So if you know you get this, I highly recommend. Then they had large avocados, buy 3, get the 4th for free. So I had to get 4 of those. The problem is most of them were just so hard. So hopefully they will soften up. And then I got another one of these because they were $1 off. The lilies was buy 2, get 1 free. So I got that. This one's for me. These are for Heath. So here.
Awesome dessert.
And then these, y'all, let me know if you use these. The magic eraser, it was only 50 cents for each one. And they had it with no limit. So I went ahead and grabbed 2 of them. So it's just $1. But let me know, do you use these? And if you have an HEB near you, maybe look for these, because it said these are normally like $2 something each, but they had a promo for 50 cents. So highly recommend that. Then I do like the Lemon Shine stuff. So they got their toilet bowl cleaner back in, so I grabbed one of those. And I also got the True Grit. I've never used the True Grit before. So we will see. That True Grit is HEB brand. I'm going to try that. And then, y'all, what a deal. This Dawn Power Wash. So it was $4.94. Then in store, they had a $2 off digital coupon, which made it $2.94. Then I had a manufacturer coupon for $3 off. So they basically paid me 6 pennies to take this off their hand. So got that. And yeah, that's our haul. I'm ready to go have some leftovers now and also get this put away. So what do you think? How did y'all do with the groceries this week, and how crazy was it for you to go grocery shopping? Hey y'all, we're finally cashing my birthday at Saltgrass. So I got a 12-ounce prime rib. This is sweet potato loaded like a baked potato. And then the au jus, and then they're going to bring me some more butter and horseradish. Happy Sunday, yes, today, y'all. I've been up and I made breakfast, so I made biscuits and gravy. Look, I made jalapeno cheddar biscuits, y'all, and then I made a sausage gravy. This is so good. I love this. If you enjoy biscuits and gravy and you want a recipe that does not use almond flour, tune in Friday night on the 24th. And this is what we're doing on the live. We're going to make the biscuits and the gravy. Dinner and OMAD today. I did have coffee earlier. And what we have for dinner is some leftover of that green chili stew. Look how good and creamy it looks, y'all. And we still have leftovers. So we had this for dinner last night, and dinner tonight, and probably lunch tomorrow. Y'all, this is outside our front door. Oh my gosh, it is still, I can feel the snow right now. Wow. The last time it snowed was 2021. But oh my gosh, there was a person driving. So, and before that was probably like the 80s. But look at my little yard puppy. He's like almost buried. Oh my gosh, you guys. Wow, that's the neighbor across the street, the one who sold and somebody took over. They've done a lot. I like that they painted it. And yeah, they've really been working on it. But okay, now I'm getting cold out here. But look at the median. I believe somebody was driving in this. Look at my little birdhouse. It's like my redneck birdhouse. Wow. Wow. Oh, there's my little kitty cat. Look. Like, also snow covered. Oh, it is getting really chilly. Okay, I'm going to go back inside. Cold Tuesday. We're having some more of that leftover green chili stew. And I know it's not green like you would think. I think it's because of basically the beef broth and a can of tomatoes. But it was really good. And on the side, we'll see. I'm feeling hungry today, so I might have a bag of these with some of this dip. Happy Monday. No, I'm sorry, Tuesday. Monday was yesterday. I was off. Today's Tuesday. I am working. It is snowing. But y'all, last night I was so happy because last night we did not lose power. Look, I'm like saying it low. The water so far, we've just been keeping them on drip because I don't even, like, it might get above freezing for a few hours today, but most of it, so we're just leaving them dripping. We've been doing things, one thing I did, like last night, after we were done taking our hot showers, priority, then I ran, or Heath actually did it, I should say Heath went and put in the laundry in the washing machine, and had that washed, so I thought that was good because that would keep the hot and cold water going for a little bit. And then bright and early this morning, because you know how he wakes up early, he went and took it and put it in the dryer, and so all of that hot air is still in there, and I thought that that was good, right? Having the hot air flowing as well. So yeah, that's so far so good, y'all. If it stays like this, then this is enjoyable. Like I went out there a couple times with the dogs. He he's he's a little scared because of course with his walking issues. But anyways, I went out there with the dogs. Sam freaking loves it. He was just like taking his time around. Delilah was like, "Oh, this is I don't like this." So I put her little sweater on. She seemed a little happier. Um so yeah, I walked out and I walked in the front just a little bit, just looking around because I mean, I would say it's once in a lifetime, but this did happen back in 21, but I feel like it's a little bit longer this time. I don't know, it seems a little different. So before that, I mean, I've always said it never snows this far south. Like Dallas will get it, but Houston, like I there might have been once when I was a child growing up here, but I feel like it snowed and it was gone. Right? That's usually what we have gotten in the past, besides 21. What we've gotten in the past is, you might have it coming down, but basically as soon as it hits the ground, it just doesn't stick. This is sticking. So, yeah, that is so. Then it was 21. And of course, we remember that because that's when we ended up in a hotel for 4 months. So, and then now this year, 25. Like, that's a short 4-year difference. That's not a good thing, right? Because usually when, again, when it snows, it's like once every 20, 30 years. And now 4 years. And we're already getting snow. Like, ugh. I don't want this to keep repeating is what I'm getting at. Like, I don't want to keep having snow every few years. Oh, okay. He's needing me to come help him in the garage or the garage. So I'm going to go do that. Probably heat up my soup again since it'll probably be cold by then. Okay. All done there. And, oh, the soup is so good. So, I hope you make it. We'll be releasing that video soon-ish. In the meantime, wow, that is good. So, Keith and I were having a little laugh. Let me know if anybody else does this. So, his mother, thank you, Glenda, gave us this really nice Pampered Chef bakeware. And so whenever we're talking about, like, what are we going to cook this in or that in or what to use, we don't go, oh, for example, Pampered Chef bakeware or that baking sheet. No. Or the stoneware. No. We go, the one your mom gave us. Your mom's dish. That's what we say. That's what we call it. That's how we refer to it. And we've done that now for years. There's like a few other things that we nickname, like we're just like, oh, yeah, that's what so-and-so, and that's what the item is from then on. It's not a baking sheet. It is what your mom gave us. Does anybody else do that? I want to know what is what item and how long have you been in your household saying, oh, go get blah, blah, blah. And that's just what its name is forever. We have a few other things that we have done that too. And we have stores that we nickname too. So let me know. Guess what? We are making oven baked pork belly. So we're doing it like we smoke, right?
Yeah, pork belly burnt ends.
Yes, that's it. So Heath is pulling, there they are, pre-sauced. That's after sauced. And what I made was a blueberry chipotle sauce.
And some blackberry too.
Yeah, a little bit of blackberry in there. So that's what he is putting on all of it and getting them coated with that blueberry stuff. And then we'll put it back in the oven for a few?
Yeah. Maybe even the broiler just to set it.
Just to set it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
It's just a glaze.
And this wraps up another week of the Warden Report. So we're going to get this in the oven and eat it up. So I'm excited about that. How did everybody do with this winter storm? I know it really impacted a lot of the South. Like I saw pictures of New Orleans and so it is something. How did everybody do? How's everybody feeling? I know we have quite a few people who recently had surgery or other medical things going on. So let me know, how are you feeling right now? How are things going? Please check in with us on Friday nights. I'd love to see you there. So every Friday night, 6:30 Central, we go live. So tune in this Friday because I am making one of my favorite breakfasts, but I think it's a breakfast that's good all the time. So tune in to see what that is. And thank y'all for watching the Warden Report. Stay tuned to see all of our wonderful channel members. Thanks. Bye.